Hi, Fran.
Hi, Keith. You're right.
Hiya. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I couldn't be any better, to be fair.
Good. I hear the girls have got a day off today. What about yourself? Are you doing anything special today?
Yeah, a few things, including the media, preparing tomorrow's session. So for staff, it's not so much of a rest, but it's always amazing day when you wake up after a good performance, 3 points, and a clean sheet. So, but the girls need the rest because it's a week off. In 8 days, we play 3 games, so they really need the rest psychologically and physically.
As you said, it was a good win against Dundee United last night. On reflection, what did you make of the opposition, having not played them before?
I like them, to be fair. They were very aggressive, well organized, a good back five, high line. So they were brave, despite it's a new team, high line. So I don't know how many offsides we had, but many. They took us by surprise, but a couple of times we didn't. We broke the offside trap and then we scored in 7 minutes, 2 goals. But they make it very difficult for us. Obviously, the game went through and we introduced changes because we got a lot of quality in the squad. I think the changes make us be outstanding. I think when we introduce the 3 changes, we start to move the ball in 1-2 touches very, very quick, and they struggle to defend, and we could score a few more. But I'm delighted with 4 goals, clean sheet, and obviously still yet to concede a goal in the league is incredible, really. So I couldn't be any more proud of the girls.
So we're facing Spartans next. Do you expect them to sit in defensively like some recent opposition, or will we be facing a more attacking side? And how do you mitigate for that?
I think the previous games against Spartans, they actually try to press. It's not a very aggressive pressing, but with numbers. So I don't know what they would do. Obviously, I think it was 3 games ago we dropped 2 points at Airdrie. It was a very disappointing. But since then, I think we've been very good with them. We've been clinical. We have long spells of possession in each game and create so many chances and limit their chances. So, but they are in good form. They're in good form in the last few weeks. They pick results. They knock out Hearts. Probably, a huge surprise of that round because of how well Hearts are doing this year. So yeah, we expect a very tough opponent. The reward is amazing. Not only financial reward, which is, obviously is a big financial reward compared to last season, but also to get to the semi-final. So for them, it's an incredible opportunity. The same thing for us, but we are the current champions, and we really want to defend that title, and we will try our very best to impose our game. And if we play at our best, I think we got a good chance of getting into the semi-finals. But we won't underestimate, and we know it's going to be a very tough game. They are very physical. They don't make many mistakes at the back. They are a little bit direct because they got players suitable for that. So it's very difficult to do a good pressing because they don't take risk. So yeah, it's always difficult against them. But hopefully the team is flying at the moment. So hopefully we carry on this amazing momentum and give something to our fans to cheer up one more day.
Certainly are flying this season. One person who made a great start to the season was Amy Gallagher. Can you give us a wee idea of when we can hope to see her return?
I think she should be fine. Maybe Spartans is too early because obviously she hasn't been able to train. But I think for the following game, she will be ready. But she will be back this week training and hopefully get some minutes. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a shame. It's a minor injury. I think she's adapting, obviously, from part-time football to full-time football, and the load has increased massively from her previous years. And I think the body is still adjusting. So she has been in and out, but it's nothing serious, and she will be with us, as I say, for the following game.
Hi, Fran. You mentioned in the previous few games that you've had to be patient and wait for the goals. Last night, obviously, got 2 early goals, which got off to the perfect start, didn't it? How pleased are you with that?
Very pleased. We always talk about the first 10 minutes of games. Can we try to, if we can we score? Because that will avoid frustration. But obviously teams are trying to do the opposite, trying not to concede and try to frustrate us, which is their game plan. It's totally normal. So yeah, the longer we take to score the first goal, the more frustrated we could get, but we are working with that psychologically as well. Try not to get frustrated, try to stick to the game plan, try to be patient. But yesterday was incredible because obviously we scored a great goal and 2 minutes later we scored another one. and that put us in a great position. But surprisingly, after that, I don't think we play at our best. But then we make up in the second half. So overall, I think it was a great performance. But it's very difficult to keep this super high tempo every game at 90 minutes. It's almost impossible. So we have to be realistic, and the girls did. We just seen the data, and the girls put amazing shifts every single game, regardless of the minutes they play. So but the 2 goals definitely it helped. It helped to our composure, our nerves, and no heart rate problems. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It always helps, doesn't it? Talking of the second 2 goals, obviously Caitlin and Tegan both came on and got goals from the bench. How important is it for you that you're able to rely not just on your starting 11, but your substitutes, particularly with how busy the schedule is at the moment?
Yeah, it's always important, but especially, as you say, in weeks where are 3 games, you have to rely on the whole squad. You cannot expect to play 11 or 12 or 13 players, 90, 60. It's just too much. So we have to balance players, especially in the positions that are more demanding, our center mids, our wing backs, front players, because of the pressing we do. So, we try to balance between obviously having a good performance, having a good result, keeping this amazing clean sheet record that so far we are having, and keeping the players fresh and motivated. So yesterday is perfect when you bring players from the bench and they make a massive impact like they did yesterday. Not only the goals, but Tegan also assist in Caitlin's goal, and I think Caitlin gave us so much playing out from the back. We were Natalie Ross make a massive impact. Liv Ferguson as well hit the crossbar. I think everyone who came on make a good impact. That pleased me a lot. It's a nightmare now to pick the team for Spartans, but because everyone deserves it. But it's very good. It's very good. The girls know they have to be patient. They have to wait for their opportunities, and when these opportunities are being given, they have to do the best. Against Partick Thistle a couple of games ago, 3 games ago, it was totally the opposite. The changes didn't make any positive impact, and we were very disappointed. And we have a chat, and since then, I think it's been totally the opposite. So I'm very happy with that.
Over the course of the week, now that we're talking about goals, Jacinta and Clarissa Larissi both got their 10th goal of the season. That's Clarissa already equalled her tally from last season. Just how impressed have you been with her form in front of goal this season?
Yeah, I think obviously those 2 are the ones that get the highlights because their name go in the score sheet. But I think to be fair, last year was another player. I think any player we put in those positions, their numbers are gonna be very high, and that's credit to the whole team. Is the way we play out, is the way we use the sixes, the way we utilize the width, and these clever passes and combinations that the girls know. You can put a bandage in the eyes, and they still can make these type of runs because we just insist over and over again in training. So yeah, they are getting the highlights, and I'm very proud of them compared to last season. I mean, they smashed already their record, and we are only 8 games into the season, so it's incredible. But the players assisting them, the players recovering the ball, the player playing out, the goalkeeper positioning so high, don't allow opposition chances. So that make so it's a team. It's credit to the team, not only to those players, but obviously they get in the highlights, and I'm very proud of them. And as a reward, both have made this season the senior appearance for the national teams, which are 2 of the best teams in the world. So we couldn't be any more prouder of them, but the credit have to be shared within every single player.
You now sit top of the league on goal difference, obviously, and Rangers do have that game in hand. It's very early in the season, but how important is it psychologically to see the team's name up there?
Yeah, it's quite nice to see it. Obviously, it's early days. That doesn't mean anything in terms of when where we are going to finish. But obviously, when you got 8 wins from 8 games, you are going to see top of the league or join top or alone. So we know for us, the important thing is keep this 100% record as long as we can, keep not conceding for as long as we can. We know we will concede, but hopefully it's as late as possible, because this is an amazing record that already in the club history is the record, and we are proud that every single year we make this new record, these new challenges that we are facing. But yeah, it's quite nice to get up today and see the team top of the league with a goal difference of 10 goals, I think, from the second. It's quite a lot of goals in only 8 games, so we are very proud, especially when from the last 15 years that team that sits second won 14 leagues of them. So a lot of respect to them, and it's quite impressive that we managed to be, even if it's only for 1 week, ahead of them.
Absolutely. And finally, from me, turning to the game at the weekend, obviously a place in the semi-finals is the reward for a win. Given the cup double last season, is there a bit of added pressure when it comes to the cup games as you want to retain the trophies that we won last year?
Yeah, I mean, when we play the final, we experience something unique together as a group, and we decide that obviously we want to obviously win the cup is important, but we definitely want to be in the final. That's is our dream, and we will try our very best. So having experienced it makes us more hungry. I don't think it's extra pressure, because the pressure anyway for every game for us is, we are obsessed about winning. We are obsessed about scoring a goal. We are obsessed about not conceding a goal. We are obsessed about pleasing our fans with this intense football, quick football, exciting football. Not always we can do it for 90 minutes, but we try our best. And so we put the pressure on ourselves. It's not extra pressure added because we are the champions, but it makes us more hungry because we know how amazing it was last year, and we want to repeat that experiences.
What do you think about the women's football situation in Scotland compared with last season? It's getting better.
Yes, I think it's getting better. I think obviously we are more teams. The Premier League has now taken the Scottish Premier League has taken the Women League under their umbrella, and that has helped. And then on top of that, we got a massive sponsor, Sky Sport, that has joined the women game in Scotland. And I think these are two huge steps. On top of that, I think we all in UK are getting a little bit of benefit from England winning the Euros. I think that has increased massive the expectations and the enthusiasm in UK about the women game in general. In the WSL, there are record attendances in every single game, record season tickets sold. And in Scotland, the increase has been a little bit less than in England, but we can see better numbers. Yesterday, for example, we got fans traveling away all the way to Dundee to support us. That's last year we played Aberdeen, and not many people apart from family members came. So we can see that there is more excitement. We have done definitely a right step, but yeah, I think we could grow more. But compared to last year, I think it's much better.